Right, children. So, welcome to the today's math class. I hope you are all safe at home. Now, yesterday we discussed whole numbers and what are the successor, predecessor of different, and as well as how to add two whole numbers by using number line, how to subtract, and how to multiply by using number line. Today we will discuss some properties of whole numbers. Okay. Now here there are some properties. The first one is closure property. Closure property. Second one is commutative property. Commutative property. And the third one is associative property. Associative property. And fourth one is distributive property. Distributive property. So here, what is closure property? What is commutative property? What is associative property? What is distributive property? We are going to discuss. So to explain these four properties, we are going to use the basic operations of mathematics, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Right, children? So we need to start with the first property is closure. Okay, closure property. These property, okay, will satisfy under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of whole numbers. Let us discuss whether we satisfy or not. We are going to check it out. So what is the meaning of closure property? Take any two numbers, take any two whole numbers, okay, you need to add, the result also will become whole number. You can subtract, you need to check that whether the result is whole number or not. If you multiply, the result is whole number or not. Even if you divide two whole numbers, whether the result means quotient, is it whole number or not, that we are going to check. Okay, children. Now let us take a simple example. Now, over addition I am going to take. Okay, first basic operation is addition. On addition, let us take two whole numbers, 3 and 8. Okay, I am taking two numbers 3 and 8. Clear? So now what I am going to do here? Addition. Now you just add these two numbers. What do you got here? 11. See this here? 3 is a whole number, 8 is a whole number, even we got 11 is also a whole number. Clear? So by adding two numbers, we got the result is also a whole number. Therefore, take any two, even if you take 0 also. 0 plus, if I take 0 plus 1 is also 1. 0 plus 100 is also 100. Clear? This is a whole number and this is also a whole number. Clear? Even 0 is a whole number, 1 is a whole number, sum of these two will become a whole number. 0 is a whole number, 100 is a whole number, the result also we got as a whole number. Right? So by adding any two whole numbers, the result also is always a whole number. Therefore, commutative property is satisfied under addition. Sorry children, closure property is satisfied under addition. Is this clear? What is this here? Closure property. Take any two whole numbers, right? And which is satisfy the closure property under addition. Right? Now we are going to discuss that subtraction. Let us take that two numbers, which is subtraction. We are going to discuss on subtraction. Based on subtraction, let us take the same any two. Let us take 5 and 15. Okay, two numbers. 5 is a whole number, 15 is a whole number. The subtraction, 5 minus 15. What is 5 minus 15? Is it possible from if you subtract a big value from the small value? Yes, that is you will get a negative value which is minus 10. Okay, generally 15 minus 5 is 10 here, but 15 has negative sign, so we got minus 10 here. Okay, so here 5 is a whole number, 15 is a whole number, but this is the result. We got a negative number, that is minus 10. This is not a whole number. This is not a whole number. Clear? Take any two numbers. If you can say that, sir, 15 minus 5 is 10. 15 minus 5 is 10. Here in this case it is satisfied. But 5 minus 15 is equal to minus 10. In this case it is not satisfied. If you say that if closure property is satisfied under subtraction, in any condition it will be satisfied. Means the result is always a whole number. Otherwise we can say that closure property is satisfy the subtraction. Clear? So see that in each and every condition the result is always a whole number. If result is not whole number, we can say that closure property will not satisfy under subtraction. That is, whole numbers will not satisfy the closure property under subtraction. That is the statement. What is that here? Whole numbers are not satisfy the closure property under subtraction. Is this clear, everyone? Now coming to the multiplication. Let us discuss multiplication. So multiplication, we need to multiply two numbers. Take any two whole numbers. Let us take that. Let us take your 4 and 9. 4 and 9 both are whole numbers. Here 4 is a whole number and 9 is also a whole number. The product of these two numbers, that is 4 into 9, the result is 36. Even 36 is also a whole number. Take any two whole numbers. Take any two whole numbers. Take any two whole numbers. The product is always a whole number. So closure property is satisfied under multiplication also. Clear? So now coming to the division also. So what is the division? Take any two. Take any two whole numbers. Let us take that. Let us take 2 and 7. What is the division here? 2 divided by 7. Is it possible? Can you divide 2 divided by 7? If you divide, you get a fraction here, 2 by 7. Right? So see this, if you observe, 2 divided by 7 can be written as 2 by 7. 2 by 7 is a fraction form. It is not a whole number. This is not a whole number. Not a whole number. So therefore here, the closure property will satisfy only two conditions. That is addition and as well as multiplication. Under addition and as well as multiplication will satisfy, and subtraction and division will not satisfy. So therefore we will give one statement. Whole numbers will satisfy the closure property under addition and as well as multiplication, but not subtraction and division. So what is the statement here we are going to write? We need to write the statement here. Closure property. Keep the heading closure property. Now write the statement. Whole numbers are satisfied the closure property under addition and under multiplication. So we are discussing only closure property. Is this clear, children? This statement you need to write in your classroom. Right? Now let's come to the second point, the second property, that is commutative property. So in the commutative property, we will flip the numbers. Same, we need to how we are solving by in closure property. the same process we can apply in commutative property also. But here we need to do the both operations. Means you have to flip the numbers. Second one is commutative property. So commutative property under 4 conditions, that is addition. Now first of all you can take addition. So let us take any two numbers. Let us take 10 and 15. 10 is a whole number, 15 is a whole number. So now under addition, what we are going to do here? We need to find the sum of 10 plus 15 and as well as 15 plus 10. You just flip the numbers. In both the conditions, we got the answer is 25 only. So here we got 25, here also we got 25. When if both the results are equal and the result is also a whole number, then we can say that commutative property is satisfied under addition. That is, whole numbers are satisfied the commutative property under addition. Here, the same way we can check for subtraction. Subtraction, right? So let us take the two numbers. Let us take 8 and 12. Now we need to find out the value of 8 minus 12 and as well as 12 minus 8. 8 minus 12 is minus 4 and 12 minus 8 is plus 4. So here the result is not equal. Minus 4 and plus 4 are not equal. In these two cases, one is a whole number, but here it is not a whole number. Not a whole number. So therefore, which is not satisfied. That is, whole numbers are not satisfied the commutative property under subtraction. Now coming to the multiplication. So same thing here, multiplication. We know the tables. Okay, it's very simple. Now let us take that. 6 and 8. 6 and 8 both are whole numbers. The product of 6 and 8. 6 8s are 8 6s are. The answer will become 48. Clear? So here result is equal. Result is equal. Even the result is also a whole number. So therefore here whole number will satisfy the commutative property under multiplication. Right? Addition is satisfied. As well as multiplication is also satisfied, but subtraction is not satisfied. Now coming to the division, let us discuss that. Division also, we need to check that division also. So let us take two numbers. What are the two numbers here? Any two numbers, you can take any two whole numbers. Suppose let us take that 10 and 15. You can take here another number 17. Okay. Again 10 and 15 it will be cancellation. No problem. Now 10 and 17. 10 divided by 17 can be written as 10 by 17 and 17 divided by 10 is nothing but 17 by 10. See this here we got two values 10 by 17 and 17 by 10. Both are not equal. First of all, these two are not whole numbers. Okay, which is in the form of fraction form. So fractions are not whole numbers. So division is not satisfied. Clear? So commutative property will satisfy only two conditions, that is addition under addition as well as under multiplication. So based on this we need to write one statement. What is the statement here? Whole numbers are satisfy the commutative property under whole numbers are satisfy the commutative property under addition and under multiplication. Clear? Subtraction as well as division is not satisfied. This statement you need to write in your class or compulsory. And for each and every property you need to do the two examples. Take your own numbers and solve it. Okay, children? Right, children? Let us discuss associative property. The third property is associative property. So till now we discussed the two property, that is the closure and as well as commutative property. Right? So what is associative property? Here we will discuss. We will take three numbers. Okay? We need to apply. We need to check under addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay? So to understand very easily, first of all I am going to explain under addition and as well as multiplication. Okay? Let us discuss. Addition, under addition and multiplication. Now, let us take any three numbers. Let us take any three numbers. 3, 6 and 10. Okay? 3 is a whole number, 6 is also a whole number, 10 is also a whole number. Right? So then how to write, how to check an associative property? This is a little bit different. See this here, look at clearly, listen carefully. Under addition, 3 plus 6 plus 10. So what I am going to do here, I am going to keep a bracket for these two numbers, which is equal to. Now next, 3 plus 6 plus 10. In this here right hand side, I am going to keep the bracket for these two. Clear? 3 plus 6 plus 10 is one bracket, which is equal to 3 plus 6 is one bracket and 10 is separate. Here left hand side 3 is separate, right hand side 10 is separate. Clear? Now, while solving these type of problems, we need to simplify first of all bracket part. Right? Now, 3 plus. What is the bracket part here? 6 plus 10. We know that 6 plus 10 is 16, which is equal to. Now here 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 10. So 3 plus 16 is 19 and 10 plus 10 is also 19. So we got the same answer. Either first these we have to add these two values. Whatever we got the result plus again the leftover value. We got the 19. Here 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 10 is also 19. So here we took three whole numbers 3, 6, 10. The result also a whole number. Therefore associative property is satisfied under addition. Clear? Now coming to the multiplication. Coming to the multiplication. Take different numbers or you can take same numbers, your wish. Okay? Let us take any three numbers. Simple numbers you can take them. 2, 6 and let us take 8. Clear? 2, 6 and 8. Now here how we wrote by using the addition, the same process you can apply for multiplication also. That is 2 into 6 into 8 in one bracket, which is equal to 2 into 6 in one bracket into 8 another bracket. Clear? First of all, in the LHS part, I took 6 and 8 is in one bracket. In RHS part, 2 and 6 in one bracket. How we explained, how we did here addition? The same process. The thing is only here we are doing addition, here we are doing multiplication. Clear? So first of all bracket part. So 2 is as it is, 6 8 are 48 is equal to 2 6 are 12 into 8. Now 48 2s are 2 into 48 is 96, which is equal to 12 8 are 96. Clear? So the result is both the same. Both hands are equal. That is LHS and RHS is equal to 96. As we have taken that 2 is a whole number, 6 is a whole number, 8 is a whole number. By product of these three values is also a whole number. So therefore here associative property is satisfied under multiplication also. Right? So what is the statement here? Whole numbers are satisfied associative property under addition and as well as under multiplication. Now let us come to the subtraction and as well as division. So now while doing subtraction, take any three numbers. Same process. Just change the signs between the numbers. Clear? So now let us discuss. Under subtraction. So here let Let us take 4, 5 and 6. I took three numbers 4, 5, 6. Sir, why should take only 4, 5, 6? Only simple numbers. Your wish, you can take any whole number. You can take 100, 200, 300 also. 150, 250, 350. Right? 150, 151, 152 also. Your wish, you can take any three whole numbers. Okay, children? Now, subtraction. The same condition, same statement we are going to write. It is 4 minus 5 minus 6 is equal to 4 minus 5 minus 6. Clear? Right. First of all, bracket part. 5 minus 6 is nothing but minus 1. I told you know just now. Subtract 6 minus 5, we get 1. Bigger value has negative sign, we get the negative. Clear? That will become negative 1. Which is equal to 4 minus 5 is a minus 1. Minus 6. Now, minus into minus. This bracket indicates it is a multiply. Okay, minus into minus is plus. So 4 plus 1 is equal to minus 1 minus 6. Both are negative values. Here we need to add. This is minus 7. So 5 is equal to minus 7. So both are not equal here. 5 is not equal to 7. Clear? So here, when you are doing that, 4 minus 5 minus 6 we got as a 5. But here 4 minus 5 minus 6 we got as a minus 7. Clear, children? So here the result is not equal. It is enough to say that only one condition is enough to say that this associative property is not satisfied under subtraction. That is, whole numbers are not satisfied the associative property under subtraction. Clear? Under subtraction, the associative property is not satisfied. Now, in the same way, division also. Same way, division also. Let us take 3, 5 and 10. Okay, division. 3 divided 5 divided by 10 is equal to 3 divided by 5 divided by 10. Now, 3 divided 5 divided by 10 is nothing but 5 by 10 is equal to, this is 3 by 5 divided by 10. Clear? So, 3 divided 5 on the 5 to the, we know the cancellation, 1 by 2, which is equal to 3 by 5 divided by 10. It is a meaningless. Clear? If you simplify, you get the answer, but both are not equal. Right, children? These two are not equal here. So, therefore, your division is not satisfied. That is, whole numbers are not satisfied the associative property under division. Right? So, finally, according to these, about these three properties, closure property, commutative property, and associative property. These three properties are satisfied under addition and as well as multiplication only. And these three properties are not satisfied under subtraction, under division. Right? So, we need to write the statement here. Whole numbers are not satisfied. Whole numbers are satisfied the associative property under addition and multiplication. Whole numbers are satisfied the associative property under addition and under multiplication only. Okay, so we need to write the statement for each and every, as well as we need to solve two examples for each and every property. Is this clear, children? Okay, so whole numbers are satisfied the closure property, commutative property, associative property under addition and as well as multiplication only. So the whole numbers are not satisfied the closure property, commutative property, associative property under subtraction and division. Okay, and subtraction and division is not satisfied. Addition and as well as multiplication will be satisfied. Clear, children? There is one more property that we are going to discuss. Okay? Right, children? Let us discuss the last property, distributivity of multiplication over addition. Do you know that what is the meaning of distributive? Generally, you celebrate your birthdays. Okay, you need to distribute your chocolates. So you need to give to someone. Okay, you should give something to someone. So now coming to the mathematics also, how to solve, how to understand the distributivity of multiplication over addition. Take three numbers. Here in this property we are going to do both the operations at a time, multiplication and as well as addition also. In one problem only we will apply both the operations. Now let us take simple. Let us take three numbers. Your wish, you can take any three numbers. Right. 10, 12 and 15. Okay. 10, 12 and 15. How to write the statement for this one? Now, of multiplication over addition. Okay. Now 10 multiplication over addition. 12 plus 15. Okay. This is the statement here. Right. This is the statement about distributivity of multiplication over addition. Then how to distribute? What we are going to distribute to which? Okay, which is implies or is equal to. The statement I am going to rewrite, which is equal to, right? So see, bracket 10 into 12. First, what are the numbers are there? 10 into 12. Clear? So I am distributing this 10 for these two values. That is 10 I am distributing to 12, as well as 10 I am distributing to 15 also. So in between these two we have plus sign. Here we get plus sign. 10 into 15. Clear? So here in the left hand side 10 into 12 plus 15. In the right hand side 10 into 12 plus 10 into 15. Here single signs are. Here only one multiplication, one addition. But coming to here, there are two multiplication signs because I distributed this 10 to 12 and as well as 15 also. Clear? Now, so first of all, just now I told you, in the associative property, we need to simplify the first bracket part. Now 10 into as it is 12 plus 15. 12 plus 15 is 27. Okay. Now which is equal to 10 into 12, 12 tens are 120 plus 10 15s are 15 tens are 150. Clear? Now 10 into 27 are 27 tens are 270. By adding these two, 120 plus 150 is 270. See this, we got the same answer. The left hand side and as well as the right hand side. Okay, this is equal sign in middle. Left hand side, right hand side, we got the same answer. This is nothing but distributive property. Clear? We will distribute to the value for both. Is this clear, children? Right? Right, children? I hope you understood that today's class, whatever we discussed, four properties, that is closure property, commutative property, associative property and as well as distributivity of multiplication over addition. So whole numbers are satisfy the closure property, commutative property, associative property under addition and as well as multiplication. Okay, and these three properties will not satisfy under subtraction as well as division. And the distributivity of multiplication over addition, we need to distribute the value to for both. Is this clear, children? Right. Thank you, children. Have a great day and complete this in your classwork. Thank you, children.